This is a meditation for working with anxiety. So I want to invite you to come into a posture that allows you to feel upright and alert. If you're sitting in a chair, feel your feet on the floor and gently press on the balls of your feet, connecting to the ground as a way of saying, I am here, and then release. Likewise, if you're sitting on a cushion, feel your legs resting on the ground. And if it's helpful, gently put a little pressure on your legs as a way of connecting to the ground beneath you and offer yourself that same phrase, I am here, and then release. And it may be helpful to do this a few more times as a way of grounding and rooting in your body. And to also imagine this as a way of connecting to the earth, to feel yourself rooting into the ground. If it's helpful to imagine sitting before a beautiful giant redwood tree or a twisting oak, a tall pine tree, or some other majestic tree, and imagine the solidity and steadiness of that tree, its rootedness in the ground. And to see how it is to imagine sitting before this tree. And then can you imagine your own skeletal frame like the trunk of that tree, grounded and steady, rooted in the earth? Can you open up to the earthy quality of your bones? Again, that skeletal frame. If your hands are touching, feel the sensation of bones holding bones. If your arms are resting on your legs, can you feel into the bones of your arms resting on the bones of your legs? Now the mind will do what it does, pulling you in one direction or another, full of comments and opinions, and just gently bring your attention back to this feeling of the earth element in your body. It may be helpful to imagine a beautiful mountain like Mount Fuji, solid and steady, arising from the horizon, or a series of rocks or boulders, whatever of these images of the earth that most deeply resonate, to give you a sense that this earth element that is all around us is also within us. And see how it is to just keep resting your attention on this earth element, the stillness, the solidity of the bones in your body. Allowing yourself to feel a steady, stable place within. And if you can't feel it, just to imagine what would it be like to feel a sense of rootedness, of steadiness, stability within your own body. And just to hang out there in that place of the felt experience of steady solidity of the bones, or the imagined sense of being steady and grounded. And to check in, can you feel any anxiety in your body? Where is it? Is it in your throat or your belly, around your eyes or in your jaw? So just take a moment and scan the body to find where the feeling of anxiety is most predominant, most alive. And then rest your attention there, almost sitting beside it as you would sit beside a friend. And what do you notice? What are the sensations? Is it hot, constricted, tense? Is there a buzzing quality in the body or any numbness? And notice that there's a pull to go into the story. Just gently bring yourself out of the story without judging yourself, and rest the attention back into the sensation of the anxiety. Ooh, it's buzzy, it's in my arms, it's around my chest. And stay curious. What do I notice in this moment? And then the next. If it ever starts to feel too much and you feel like you're tipping into a sense of overwhelm, or the anxiety is too great, or the story, the complexity of the story is too compelling, just shift back into feeling into the earth element in the body, drawing again on the image of the trees, the mountain, the rocks. How is it to move between the two, that sensation of anxiety and touching into that steady earth element? And just noticing what happens. If it feels right, I want to invite you to place one hand on your chest and the other on your belly and just breathe into your hands. Feel into the expansion of the belly and the lower hand. Feel the rising and falling of the hand that rests upon your chest. If it's helpful to offer yourself, I got this, it's okay, even if it feels like it's not, but just as a way of settling down the nervous system and being there for yourself. So keep breathing into your hands and feel that support, the kindness of this touch, this holding, and repeating to yourself, I got this, it's okay. In closing, I want to invite you to let yourself stay with this offering of kindness, this self-compassion, paying attention to this breath and the next. And see how it is to play with touching into the sensation of anxiety, and then back to the earthy rootedness. This movement between the two, how do they feel different? What do you notice? And see if you can make the choice to direct your attention to that which feels more like the path of freedom, even for a moment.